Alright, so we are in locked somewhere with her. I forgot her name. Actually, we can probably see her name
It's
here.
like one soft shoe or something like that.
Yeah, Kay Faraday.
Oh, but she's a special thief person.
Yeah, the self-reported great thief. Lance Amano is the victim of the kidnapping. Ernest Amano is the one who asked us to get him.
What was his name?
Benefactor when I studied abroad in Germany, director of the Amano Group.
It's unlocked mom, or...
No, he's the one who asked Edgeworth to...
I mean, what is the Amano?
It's a group. Hope that helps. You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger, it's his whole family, too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Oh, and we already declined a picture of one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against the wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costumed ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. What is this? Looks like the Bad Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume head to me. I guess the Bad Badger's costume is at the very least a two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? You know what that reminds me of? So-called evil Cartman with the goatee.
I was thinking it had a blue goatee.
I guess that's what makes it bad. Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you'd better study up on the whole badger clan with this. What is this thing? Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan. Just making sure that we are streaming correctly. Sometimes it doesn't do that. Yep, we're good. Whatever, I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes. It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty, which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these Badgers the mascots of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater Group owes the police for all the cases they solved. They have all the power of the state, and they used it to make a theme park. It's not just any theme park, they have a handcuff-shaped double-looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing.
Yeah, she's got big green eyes like the people from, I can't think of your country where too, they just like kill people based on seances.
Oh, the guy can't think of the name either.
We're terrible, we just played that.
I know, but...
What's the girl's name? It's not Priya, right?
I think it was Priya. I remember I'll Be Your Guide. And then the 30-second name of one of the main characters.
Peace, love, and understanding.
No. The one that was paid. I suppose this is the Pink Badger. But since it has the same design, doesn't it feel forced to call this one female? You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are. That's the only difference. And the fact that she's pink, yes, and her lips are red. See, lipstick. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious? So this is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence toward this badger, Kay? Ha! I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? Terrain. That's it. I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover. Good luck with that one. This is that blue badger I met at the gate. Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off of the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter. I suppose as he continued to redesign himself, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter.
Which one's in the haunted house? This one, the one with the dark eyes?
I don't know. I think maybe. It did look really cool. I was like, wow, I'm not used to this. I mean, I think the seances were a little creepy just because of what they were, you know, seeing the victims' last memories. And especially that one that I won't go too into, just for spoiler reasons, but one that where the face wouldn't show. Like, that was a little eerie, but what happened there with this badger was creepy. Whoops. Look, it's the blue badger. I suppose even this thing can be popular with women. My nemesis. What in the... Why is she being it up? He got the word badge right in his name. That's nothing but bad news for someone like me. And to think he's out there wandering around in this park. I never noticed Badger has badge in it, which makes sense as a police mascot. I never actually noticed that.
When they say badger, I mean, that looks nothing like a badger, as in like the animal, but I think it would proper badger.
Yeah. Huh.
They're so nuts.
Well, maybe we won't. Okay. Oh, there's a key. And what if we have here? Ah. Why do I feel a laser stare aimed right at me? You want to take a look? Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something. The something is what is relevant to my interest. A phone. Isn't this my phone? It looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. Ah, but we do have a way right here. Ah, there was a cell phone here this whole time? If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta... Ah! What's wrong, Detective? Oh, sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? Shi-Long Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. Bless you, I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Lang Zai says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. Kiss. Should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured, we'll come find you, eventually. You. What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way. It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape. What exactly do you have in mind? Well, we could paint help in really giant letters. And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building. Okay, then how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually, that might not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we?
I mean, it's not the deal. I mean, like, get out the window.
I was about to say that as a joke. Just because the paint's not like... You'd have to be like one-legged, I feel, and then you could easily...
He could be side by side and hoist her up to the cabinet.
I mean, honestly, as long as he can hoist her up, she can get help, I'm assuming. How is a thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we couldn't make our way out if we were able to climb one of those lockers, on top of those lockers. Haha, that's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Man, why did they have to make such a ginormous locker anyway? Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold. It seems that we won't be able to open this by ourselves. It also seems quite thick, so we can't just break it down. There must be another way out of here.
You need to do something.
Yeah! But I want to talk to her first. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the 1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from here. Is this what I think it is? It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves. No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. There is a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold a propped-up floor panel in place. Which reminds me, did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth? Perhaps. I may have just found a handy hint on how we'll get out of here. So I think he's saying that there might be... There's the beam. This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out the window if we climbed this. Good thinking. And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me. Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kate, and good luck. Count on it. The great thief Yadagarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Here I go. As I thought, the beam was definitely not made for climbing. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know. So, we might have to deduce that.
What if we use the tiny key to open like the house? Once the door's open, we can actually get out.
Perhaps, but I also wonder if these two are connected. Because if we find an open floor panel, then we can use it.
Oh, under there?
This hook on this beam. You know I already tried, and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible. Ha, I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather, that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a door panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it. We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this tarp. Alright, then let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Now, this is what I call a treasure. So, yeah. But wait, hold on a sec. I think we gotta investigate this first, and then use the key. Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. Alright. This thing is locked down tight. Okay, now we can reduce that. Fiddlesticks.
My kindergarten teacher used to say that.
Yeah, I used to say that. I think I still do.
She recently died within the last couple of years. She was like 98. She was up there. Yeah, she was a really good teacher.
I believe you're up, Kay. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to. Ah, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feelings of these moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. Alright, I got the secret door open, and now. Ugh, wait! What? Ah! Are you alright, Kay? I'm fine, the ladder just slipped us all. Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. Alright, I can't believe that happened. You only have yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know. No way. I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable? Hey! I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay. Oh? So, how are we gonna bust out? It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder, what about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see, if we use this... Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Well, then what are we waiting for? That was a cool little segment. Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here, entirely. Kidnappers who held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Huh, that looked like someone from the FBI in the top right. Yeah, but the two guys who were there looked interesting. It looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, and thank goodness, you have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was going to give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, yeah, see? Count off.
You can't trust the badger, though.
Shi-Fu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. Heh, what the heck do you think you're doing counting my cups off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Shi-Fu, Shi-Fu! You are Agent Lang, I take it. You infidel! How dare you address our Shi-Fu so rudely? What?
Infidel.
Lying Zai says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect toward another person. Shih-na. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. You all see that just now? That is the proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life, got it? Ah, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zhangfa. Apparently this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha! But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliché. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today.
It wouldn't be a case if he was alive before.
Yeah. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Acby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francisca and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I asked if you please allow... Well, this isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go back onto your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dare to mock the court. I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor.
Filthy, eh?
Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright, men, good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed. Sir. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit there, tight there, and don't cause any trouble, understand? Wait. Mr. Edgeworth, it's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here, and completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. I want to see the cat first. I highly doubt I'll find a clue in here, but I might as well check just to be sure. This barrel sure is heavy. You there, do you know what's inside this thing? It's the emergency water supply for putting out fires. I see. Well, they certainly are well prepared. Aw, can't really do anything with the kitty. Great job, Detective. What?
Why do you meet, like, stray teenage girls? Did you attract girl players or something?
No? Probably not. Yeah, because there's always one who's like your sidekick.
Yeah, and so it's like a stray teenage girl.
So I feel like a lot of Japanese games have teenage characters, teenage girl characters. Like Final Fantasy has a lot of... But they're not teenagers, though. I don't know, like Persona is like set all in high school. Like all the characters are high school. I don't know. Danganronpa, which I hear is like kind of similar to Ace Attorney, I think has a lot of younger characters. Oh no! But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. Shall I prepare the 21-gun salute now or later? Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand. And why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents? That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after? Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Yes, what is it? Who is that? The girl over there, I mean. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. What? Oh, he thinks he's replaced. Fine, I don't recall making you my assistant. Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me! It's been like that since forever. Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. How can you say something so serious with a giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we've got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. Taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on, it'll be fun, like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet. No way. I won't. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. Gatewater Land. Who would have guessed this place would be such a success? But the Gatewater group and I go way back, you know. Yes, same here. I handled 2 murder cases that took place at 2 other hotels, and it was you who headed the investigation in each case. Oh, I remember that, sir. I was 16 back then, standing in front of the hotel in the snow. Clearly we are not on the same page here. Oh, are you participating in the photo rally too, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean, I'm only doing it as part of my duties, yeah. I see. In that case, keep up the good work. So, how many have you found so far? I've been sort of busy with the investigation, so I haven't really found any yet, but something tells me finding the Badgers isn't really a part of his duties. You actually got a copy, Mr. Edgeworth. Ooh. Can you show me the very last page? Last page? Very well, let's see here. Interesting. Why is your name listed here under special thanks? That's it, sir. You found it. Oh, that's because I did the choreography for the Dance Dance Blue Badger song. I suspect that no one entrusts him with any real responsibilities at work.
Seems like a nice guy.
Gumshoe? Yeah, he's dense, probably. Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity. It's alright, it's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. So what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping? Good question, since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now. This makes things a bit more complicated. Oh, come on, you can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go. But you're a self-reported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief. I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only thing. What is this one and only one thing you're after? The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing. And that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was set forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a 3-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu were stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? But that can't be, can it? Lance! Lance! Where are you, son? Mr. Amano? Oh, Miles, my boy. I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you've returned. Boy, his ears are really...
He makes me think of a Buddha. You know how like the Buddha has his ears are stretched like that?
Yeah.
He's got like a little tiny... like, I don't know if it's like a cultural thing, but it makes me think of Buddha.
You thought he was part of the mob?
Well,
you thought he was like an Italian?
Well, I didn't think he was an Italian, but I thought maybe he was like a leader of a gang.
Ah.
Since the Amano group. But I don't know why he would be caught up with an Amano group. You know what I mean? Like, unless it's like the Amano group, like they're a legit business.
Well, you know, we Italians.
Yeah, I think his ears are like a Buddhist.
I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office, and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. No, no, no. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you only need to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So who's the old man? He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano. Well, hold on there. Then what happened to all that money? I believe the 1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run. What? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you can give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Amano. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy. I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. Definitely should have recorded that conversation. But not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior. Very well then. Lance is my one and only son. He turned 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you noticed of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance that I thought maybe he would know where my son is. Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, and even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave. What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I had better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by, twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin. Mr. Amano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy. Alright, but what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. They can both come with. So what should we examine first? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But culprits were here until only very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Yeah, I see the badger. Hey, you there. Who, me? What are you doing goofing off at a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. You imbecile. All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No way. I am not working for Wolfboy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go. No! They're dragging him! Boy, have I got just the job for someone of your talents. Well, that was exciting. Okay. What? Can't you tell I'm ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on. I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back. Ha! You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's the Yadagarasu way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Hey, it's the Blue Badger! Badger, get! I really don't understand why she is so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted, wriggling dance again. Aha! Oh my god, it's him! Ah, you've uncovered my undercover identity, sir. I was to remain under that head, sir. Aren't you Officer Meekins? Sir, Mike Meekins, reporting for duty, sir. This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. But the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I've met him in the courtroom once before. Wonder why he was so upset when we unmasked him. Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring heat till a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled and the kidnappers had escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy on to anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir. I see Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. Being handed the role of the Blue Badger of all the different disguises, sir, it's such an honor. How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir, for about one little hour, sir. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping. But however, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No, but I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I patrolled the park, all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir, a lone Blue Badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth?
There's only one badger per time, which is why it's so hard to find.
One of each badger. Well, there's only one of each badger in the park, but he can't see a Blue Badger if he's the Blue Badger.
Right, it's insane.
Yeah.
Take that!
Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor, this little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw a Blue Badger, correct? And yet, if you took a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the Blue Badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another Blue Badger wandering the premises. What, sir? Then that would mean that there are 2 Blue Badgers walking around, but why? Sir, you have a copy of the Blue Badger Bible too, sir. That was written by experts on the Badger family, sir, and it's very, very thorough. It doesn't matter that I was made the Blue Badger only a little while ago, sir. That book helped me memorize every name of every badger, sir. It's not that hard to remember 4 incredibly obvious names. Drip, drop. Little by little, our privacy is being sold off to the public through this, sir. But that means I need to work extra hard on my cute poses. Oh, like what? Like this. Great, now I know what your new pose will be. Look, sir, I've successfully stolen his pose in speaking style, sir. Ah, that's nice, Kay. Set of tire tracks originating from the garage. Aha, so that means a car left from the garage at some time, right? Correct, but for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. 3 threads. 3 treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over here. I remember hearing rain fall out here while I was being held in there. Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground has already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful it left us with some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet if we followed them, we could find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it will be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. And we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. Ah, I've got you now, you vile criminals. I think the kidnappers would have better sense than to try hiding in these. Oh, come on, lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think that the criminals would be hiding there right in front of 2 officers. I certainly hope not. If these were real, I wonder what you'd put in them. Water would be the obvious answer. But if you stored water in a barrel under the blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad? People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted. Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really like the strange taste. Look who's making fun of them now. Look, there's a blurb about the cactus here. The cactus is a very gracious gift to the Gatewater land from the local police precinct. I can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place. So is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Haha, just kidding, they wouldn't do something so silly. Actually, I have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm at the precinct before. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme. They look so lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them? If you can coax them out of there, sure. Come on, I know you can sweet-talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this one of those things you tie horses to? Yes, although the horses are in another location at the moment. And here I was hoping I would get to ride one. You know how to ride a horse? Nope, never rode one in my life. But I have an Asian friend who was born in the year of the horse. Non sequitur is the only way to describe your logic. Well, maybe we know because he's in a badger costume.
So, these two go together?
I don't know if these two go together. I mean, they might. We can try it. Yes. A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly, the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I costume to get away. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are a blue badger, a proto badger, and a bad badger. Yes, those three. So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? So now I think, because they should have those kind of footprints, now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here, and they both look like possible candidates. This set is walking out to the west. R, it just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from there. I think we can assume it's headed toward the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Huh? Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him! I got one of the culprits! No, I'm not a kidnapper, sir! Down, Kay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins, but our criminals were each wearing a costume. Aha, maybe they came over to the garage for something. That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment, we need to examine the garage. Sir, Roger Wilco, sir! What does that mean? Yeah. Let's open this shutter and see what we find. Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. Would that be fortuitous? Ah! Oh dear.
Another dead body?
Oh my god. Oh my god, please don't tell me this is Lance Amano.
He looks kind of younger, but...
She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Oh, the butler! Mr. Amano, are you saying that this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed, and why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate the crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage, and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? From my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. You sure I'll call him for someone who just found a body? It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every nook and cranny. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice. No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound, and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound. Nice, I knew you could figure it out. It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. This is an unusually shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? She seems to have regained some of her composure. It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on, this is made of platinum silver. Nice, it is worth something after all. Ooh, and look, there's something written on the back. Colin Devore. It's a name. Colin Devore? But this man's name is... Yeah, but Colin Devore... I mean, it could be an acronym, because I think it has all the letters in Oliver in it. Colin Devore. Yeah, I think so. Maybe it's an acronym. If we gotta deduce something.
I mean, what do you do?
Well, if there's a contradiction somewhere. In fact, I think Colin DeVaro, maybe that's an acronym for that's a anagram for Oliver Deacon. So wait a sec then. Yeah, because it'd be OLIVER DE. Yeah! It is an anagram. So maybe this is a contradiction to the fact that his name is Oliver Deacon. There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon, but the name on the pendant is Colin DeVore. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Yeah. Go me! I actually figured that out! I feel like usually you figure it out. Lance, where are you, sweetie? Excuse me, but you are? But, oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Oh, stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him you're in love with. Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? I just want to see what her name is. I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops. His girlfriend.
Licking a lollipop.
Lauren Pops licking a lollipop. Oh! I thought that was lipstick for some reason.
No, she's not.
Well, it is a good stopping point. We met the boyfriend. Colin DeVore is some kind of anagram. For a reason we just don't know. And she's doing her thing. Alright. Next time we continue the investigation.